Okay, so yeah, you know, it's funny how when I first came onto YouTube, not this isn't YouTube, TikTok, it was, talking. Well, I wasn't even really even talking. I came a long way since last year. Cause I wasn't talking for nothing. Like I was just texting out everything. Like I don't talk. And now it's just like I talk and ramble on and I just don't shut the hell up. So it's just like, wow. I came a long way. It's like I'm really comfortable. Got so sick and tired of hiding myself and, being myself, But yeah, it's been a lot of things that have gone on within my life and everything. So that's all I was talking about during the last video and stuff. But I got comfortable when I started working out because this is something that I love to do, and it sadly to say, it took for an injury, that, destroyed my mobility for like the longest time ever to actually get me to, actually stick with working out instead of doing like minimum maintenance inside the house. I used to get up at like 4 a.m. and just start working out. And this was like, and that was my whole thing because I would get up early, I would work out. The kids, they were like toddlers and everything. So, I was just like on my shit. So I made sure that my workout was in, that the breakfast was done, and that the kids were taken care of as soon as they got up and then washed up and everything else for the day and everything else before, we ended up doing our stuff. But, yeah, this was like this was long ago because my oldest is 18 and my youngest is 15. He's about to be 16 soon. So I'm just like, I think back of how long it was, and it's just like, yeah, those little, resistant bands in the living room at 4 a.m. and the crunches throughout the day, because that's what I always done. Like crunches were my thing. Like I would do them during my 4 a.m. workout. I did them in the afternoon, and then I would do them in the evening. And then it got to the point where towards I was just like, you know what? If I'm not busy, I was doing fucking crunches. I stopped, doing what I need to do. Everything was done. Oh, I got time. All right, the kids are taken care of. Let's do some crunches, So I'm just like, I was always like this, always doing stuff like this and everything as, the boys were growing and stuff. And it always staying active. But like I said, I always did like the bare minimum because I was just like, I was fine, I wasn't all toned up and everything like I wanted to be, but I was small and that's what I was focused on because, my waistline was like 24 and then my ass was like boom. So, it was always like an 18-inch differential and I loved the shit out of that. And it was just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm happy with this, but my body wasn't strong. That minimum maintenance, it was good to keep me looking how I wanted to look, but my body wasn't strong. It wasn't weak. I mean, I've always been able to, lift heavy. I always been able to do hard work. And that's what I've always done. I was the person that didn't need the instructions to put together anything. So I was always called to put together any and everything that my mother needed done. So it was just like, okay, like, where's the instructions? You need the instructions? No, I don't need them. So, I'm always lifting, building, and all this other crap and everything that I've learned from, childhood and, teenage years and everything. So this right here was also something to my mother. She always worked out. And, I would do the sweating to the oldies with her. And, Richard Simmons was awesome, man. I love that workout. But, it was always fun. And then watching What's Love Got to Do with It, okay? Every time, Angela Bassett got into her enough type of role, like Jennifer Lopez, like it was just like, you know what? Fuck this shit. And you just see her, gaining that muscle strength. You see her working it out. You see her changing up her life, her body, and everything else. And it was just like the most beautiful thing. It was always inspiring. And it was something that I wanted, but it was always so difficult for me. But like I said, it's not difficult when something you love is on the line. And my mobility was on the fucking line. And you don't understand how heartbroken I was every single time I had to go into a grocery store and had to fight with these, family members talking about some get in the scooter, get in the little. I'm like, I'm not getting in the handicap mobile. No, I'm walking. And I couldn't even make it out of damn produce, okay, without having to just hang my head down and feeling bad. Like, it's horrible. But sometimes you gotta go through the worst of the worst so you know exactly where you wanna, end up at. Do you wanna stay at this point where towards you're gonna be like this? Or do you wanna be you? I choose to be me. Like, there's nothing else that I would want to be other than me, myself. I am everything that I've ever wanted to be. I'm strong. I can do any damn thing that I choose to. And I love all these little skills and hobbies and everything else and all this knowledge that I came across throughout my whole entire life from every experience that I've went through. I mean, seriously, like, don't let bullshit destroy you. Why don't you just learn from it? I know I did. I learned from it and I grew from it. And shit, when you know better, you do better. It's the truth. But, yeah, like, this right here, like, my mom, I used to watch her do this and everything. They would do this on the, videos and everything. It helps with the lower abdomens and stuff. You could squeeze the booty. And I started making, the little funny gestures with my hands and everything, like, squeeze. You gotta squeeze. You gotta squeeze. I know it's in there somewhere, but yeah. But it's fun, It feels good. You look great. And, your body just gains that strength. And that's what you need. Your body's going to look the way it's supposed to look as long as you do what your body needs for you to do for it. See, squeeze it. You got to squeeze it. You got to squeeze it tight. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, just don't let nothing get to you. I mean, it's everything, stuff gets to you, yes, okay? That's understandable, but that whatever it is that ordeal that you're going through, no matter how hard it is, how overwhelming it could be, there's always tomorrow. There's always a chance for you to learn something from what you're going through, but it's your choice to either grow and learn from it or take it in and let it fester and let it destroy you. My mother always said, you can tell who has a hard life because it'll show on their face. It'll show on their body. It'll definitely show on their face. And yeah, she was right. Because when I was in my 20s, I seen people that were in their late 20s and, their early 20s and the same age as me. That they looked like they had a few years on me, and it's just like, wait, you how old? And it's just like, what happened? That's being destroyed from within, showing outside of you. You don't want that to happen because what's inside is going to show outwardly, and what's outside is actually going to show within you the same exact way. And that's something you don't want. Well, anyway, have a good night. I hope you enjoyed.